Hey YouTubers, just wanted to do a video today to hopefully help those people that are having the same trouble that I am. I've got a 2011 GMC 1500 Sierra with the 5.3 liter in it, and it's got 111 some thousand miles on it, right? And the oil pressure light came on the other day, which said low oil pressure, turn engine off. Of course, I panicked, pulled over, checked the oil, everything's fine. And, you know, talking to a friend of mine who's a mechanic who said if that light comes on and you don't shut off the thing immediately, you would probably ruin your engine. And you probably would hear it too if you were having engine oil pressure issues for real. So I turned it off, checked the oil, like I said, popped it back on. This time though, when I turned it back on, there was a check engine light that was it, just check engine light. So I thought, well, I'll pull into an auto parts store, have them check the code real quick. So sure enough, they checked the code, and it says that it is a failure code on one of these gadgets, right? This is, if you can read that, looks like it's upside down, I don't know. This is the oil pressure, oil sending unit sensor, right? Now, it said the oil sensor was bad, okay? So this is what it looks like, just this little gadget here. I think it was $83, you know, something like that. So the guy said, you know, the guy at the parts store said, yeah, you can change that pretty easily. Obviously, you're gonna need a special size socket along with a deep socket. And so I ended up buying the deep socket. I think it's 27 millimeter, and the elbow wobble joint. And I already had the extension for my half-inch wrench, half-inch ratchet. So took me forever to figure out that when you get back behind this, let me see if I can show you where this is. See if I can flip it around. It doesn't look like it. So let me just show you the best I can. It's back in there behind there's a plastic plate. It's between that plastic thing and the engine or the firewall of the truck. So you can get your hand back in there and you can actually see the little clip that clips onto the top of that sensor, right? Took me forever to figure out that all you had to do was kind of move. There's a little clip, you can see an actual clip there. And if you just move that clip up and down a little bit and push on it, it actually releases the whole thing. It took me 2 seconds once I found somebody's video that showed me that, right? The rest of the videos were just say, hey, just pop this off. Nah, it doesn't work like that. But once I figured that out, it was great. Popped it off, got the ratchet on it, popped it loose, pulled it out, put the new one in, cinched it in, tightened it, you know, just tightened it enough and clipped it back on, cleared the code, unhooked the battery, you know, cleared the code, turned it back on, great. Next morning on my way to work, about 20 minutes, pop, here comes the oil, you know, pressure low light again, turn engine off. Man, talk about a crappy feeling, right? So got about $100 into it with the sensor and the tools, so I was pretty pissed. So anyway, stopped at my friend's who's a mechanic, the guy who normally works on our vehicles when I can't or don't want to or don't have time to mess with him. He's the guy that does it. Pulled in there. As soon as I mentioned it, he's like, did you change the filter? And I was like, I had no idea there was a filter. Nobody's videos that I watched said anything about a filter. He said, yep, we've replaced a bunch of these on these 5.3 liters. If you don't replace the filter, it's not going to get oiled to that sensor, and it's going to show that there's a no pressure again. So I stopped at the auto parts store, and here it is. This little tiny, which is a pretty, you know, fine screen, which makes sense. It's probably clogged up. So the trick is going to be today, you can see it's got little tabs on it. So I'm hoping with my needle nose pliers that I can pop that out. I may need to get a mirror or something back behind there and check it out. But I'm hoping that I can get my needle nose pliers on there and just pull it out of there. If I can't get the needle nose on those 2 little tabs, which you can see at the top there, there's just little tabs there. I should have pulled this out to give it a closer look, but there's little tabs there. See them right there at the top. Yeah, if I can't get a hold of that, I'll I don't know, put a fish hook on a, you know, locking pliers and stick it down in there and get it wedged in there and pull that out. So, but anyway, I just wanted to do a quick, you know, obviously 5 minutes, quick video to tell you that you've got to replace that filter. I will follow up if it doesn't work. So if you don't see another link to this YouTube video or a, you know, when I come back, if I don't add on to this, everything's working great. If it still doesn't work, I'll do another video and say, take it to your dealer. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to dig into it right now and hopefully that thing pops right out and I'll put the new one in and hopefully tomorrow on my way to work, I won't get that error code. So anyway, just wanted to let you know, got to replace that filter is what I've been told. Nobody else's videos had that. So hopefully this will help everybody from having to do it twice like I'm doing right now. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.